You're watching Mirror 7 News. Stay informed, stay ahead for more news.
On Sunday evening, the University of South Carolina campus in Columbia was thrown into a wave of confusion and fear when an emergency alert was issued, warning students and staff about a possible active shooter at the Thomas Cooper Library. The message, sent through the school's Carolina Alert System, instructed people to shelter in place, evacuate if possible, and follow the commands of public safety officials. For many on campus, those moments were filled with anxiety and uncertainty as law enforcement quickly moved in. Authorities from multiple departments arrived on the scene to secure the area and search the library, as well as nearby buildings. A description of a possible suspect was shared. Reports mentioned a 6-foot-tall white male wearing a black shirt. Students were told to take shelter, lock doors, and prepare to defend themselves if necessary, which heightened the tension across campus. Within less than an hour, university officials and police provided an update. Jeff Stensland, a spokesperson for USC, stated that although the report had been taken seriously, there was no evidence to confirm that a shooter had actually been present. No gunfire had been reported, and no serious injuries were connected to the incident. However, officials did confirm that a couple of students were treated by emergency medical services for minor injuries that happened during the chaotic evacuation process. Despite no direct threat being found, authorities maintained a cautious approach. The Thomas Cooper Library and its surrounding areas were kept closed for the rest of the evening out of an abundance of caution. Students and staff were urged to avoid the area until an all-clear signal could be officially given. The incident serves as a reminder of the heightened sensitivity surrounding reports of violence on college campuses. Even unconfirmed threats are treated with urgency, as the safety of students and faculty must always come first. While relief followed once it became clear that no shooter was found, the emotional toll of the alert and lockdown was very real for those on campus. As investigations continue, officials have not reported any arrests or identified any individual responsible for the false alarm. For now, the University of South Carolina community is left reflecting on a tense evening that thankfully ended without tragedy. It underscores the importance of swift communication, coordinated emergency response, and the readiness of students and staff to follow safety protocols during such unpredictable situations. In the end, what began as a frightening report turned into a large-scale precautionary operation. Although no gunman was discovered, the swift reaction from law enforcement and the university highlighted how seriously such alerts are taken, even when no immediate danger is confirmed. The community can breathe easier knowing that no shots were fired and no lives were lost. USC Library Shooter Report found to be false alarm. On Sunday evening, students and staff at the University of South Carolina experienced a frightening few hours when an alert went out, warning of a possible active shooter at the Thomas Cooper Library. The notice, sent through the university's Carolina Alert System, urged everyone nearby to seek shelter, evacuate if possible, and prepare to defend themselves if confronted by the alleged suspect. Authorities described the person as a 6-foot-tall white male dressed in black clothing, which immediately heightened the sense of urgency across campus. Law enforcement from multiple agencies responded quickly. Officers and emergency crews rushed to the scene, securing the library and surrounding areas. Students inside the building and nearby were seen leaving hurriedly, and some suffered minor injuries in the chaos of the evacuation. According to university officials, those injuries were not related to gunfire, but occurred during the rush to exit the area. Emergency medical staff treated a couple of students, but no serious harm was reported. As the search unfolded, investigators carefully went through the library and surrounding campus buildings. By about 7:10 p.m., a follow-up Carolina alert was issued to say there was no evidence confirming the presence of an active shooter. A university spokesperson, Jeff Stensland, later explained that the report had been unconfirmed from the beginning. Despite the initial fear, no shots were fired, and no injuries related to gunfire were discovered. Still, police did not take chances. The library and nearby spaces remained closed for the evening out of an abundance of caution while the investigation continued. Students were asked to stay sheltered until officials could ensure the area was safe. For many on campus, the uncertainty of those moments was unsettling, as they relied on text alerts and updates while waiting for reassurance that the danger had passed. Events like this highlight how seriously schools and public safety departments treat reports of potential violence. Even without confirmation of gunfire, swift action was taken to protect students and faculty. The quick response also reflects how university communities have been trained to handle such alerts. Move to safety, follow instructions from officials, and remain calm until the situation is cleared. By late evening, the message was clear. There had been no shooter at the library, and the earlier alarm was a false one. Relief spread across campus as students connected with friends and family to let them know they were safe. While the incident ended without tragedy, it served as a reminder of how rapidly a community can be shaken by reports of violence, and how vitally clear communication and preparedness are in keeping people safe. The University of South Carolina emphasized that the investigation would remain open until every detail was fully reviewed. But for now, the good news is that the campus is safe, and no lives were lost or seriously harmed in what turned out to be a false alarm. Stay subscribed for more videos.